this demonic deception that's about to hit the world. This is very serious. These were great flying saucer looking disc. They were massive. Like, you know, like we see these things, like people say, oh, we see these little balls and these spheres floating around and all that going on that we see, you know, with people on planes and everything. I'm talking, this looked like something out of the Independence Day, the movie with Will Smith. This was not that big, but this was a massive looking spaceship thing that came down. And I'll tell you exactly where it was. It was in Mexico and over the Vatican. And in this vision, I could see it was thin and it had windows all around this thing. And it had lightning bolts that were like arcing, like, you know how you see electric currents and they like whenever those things that you touch at the science thing and you see the electricity when it touches your finger and it goes all over the place. Well, this electricity was going on this UFO, this fake UFO thing. It was going from part to part and it was beaming all around it like it was all alive. And all around it was gold. It wasn't a silver looking dome thing. It was gold looking, like almost like a brass. And it had windows all around, and they were all not square but rectangle looking windows, and they went all the way around, and you could see lights coming out of it. And this was so wild because, like I said, it was over the Vatican, over Italy in the vision, and the other one was over the temples, these Mayan looking temple things, and in Mexico, and it was over that area on purpose. And because I've been praying over, going, Lord, why? But I know it's on purpose. There's a reason why they're over that area. What the Lord showed me. But this is what I thought was interesting. The people. So in this why we were bouncing things off each other. We were talking about this. They had to have been there for a while because the people had signs. And I saw a heavy-set lady with brown hair, and they had like welcome to Earth, and they had signs, and they were excited about this alien thing going on in the sky. So they were like tinfoil hat people. Like, I'm talking, had signs, and I started to laugh because when I saw it, I thought, that's really funny, Lord. And the Lord said, no, this is not funny. This is a great deception. And many people are going to fall for what's about to take place on the earth. They're trying to come up with an alibi. The demonic is coming up with an alibi of what happens when the rapture takes place. They're coming up with an alibi, Brandon. Do you understand? This is a great deception. And I saw the people like celebrating, and they were saying, welcome E.T. And they had signs, like bubble letters. These people had bubble letters. That's how detailed this vision was. They had bubble letters on their signs welcoming these alien ships, and they had cardboard signs, and they were all in crowds, and they were celebrating and rejoicing over this demonic thing that's happening in the sky, that they're all deceived thinking that it's aliens. And the Lord told me this is a great deception. Over America, I saw balls of light that were traveling at the speed of light, very quick. Choo, 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 choo. And they would go into Canada, and they would go up and down the East Coast. And there was more than one. But they were the size of a little car. And they were coming out of the mothership over these areas for great deception. But the major ship that I saw was over the Vatican. And I'm telling you all, this sounds like some kind of weird sci-fi movie. That's why I was so, when I'm seeing, and I'm making the video like that, and the Lord's showing me something that's coming, and He tells me this is a great deception, I'm always hesitant. I'm like, do I put that out in public? But the Lord said to do it. And so that's why I talk about it again today, because you all need to know. There's coming a great deception. There's coming something to shake the heavens. And when fearful, and the Lord kept saying, fearful sights you will see. Fearful sights you will see that will bring you to your knee. They will fall to their knee, Brandon. And people are going to be freaked out over what they're about to see on the earth. Fearful sights. And I'm just, like I said, I just keep praying over it. That's why I was just like, Lord, I'm going to be, slow to speak when it comes to this stuff because of how it came across, and, that's why I'm just interceding still over this, and it was over, like I said, these temples down in Mexico. It's like they'd been there before. They had been there before. And I thought, why would they pick that? Of all the places, it wasn't over America, it was in Mexico.